everybody, and welcome to a lovely Friday evening on Inside Line Racing. This is ILR2. I struggle to almost say that. I do apologise because I haven't done this in a while, but hey ho. So this is the championship, kind of crucial stages of the championship, pretty much for these tiers, and I'm very excited to commentate on this tonight. And we are in Brazil, a track where most championship deciders have happened in the past. More importantly, the one that happened in 2008 between Massa and Hamilton, and Glock was slowing down, and that allowed Hamilton to basically overtake him, and that Hamilton won the title. And there was lots of other championship battles that also had Vettel won a few championships in Brazil as well. So I'm going to go through the championship standings to see what each driver needs to do to win the title. If you don't know me, hello everybody, I am Jess, also known as Jess Games 95, and I will be commentating today. Our two commentators that we usually have can't make it tonight, so you just got me, the beautiful me, doing solo commentary once again, so this should be fun. So, the only two people that can basically win the championship is the beautiful Height and Overkills. So basically, after Height's win last week, he has won, and he's gained more of an advantage in the championship at the moment. But if Height wants to win the championship in Brazil today, he has got to beat Overkill by 8 points. Anything lower than that, then the championship will go to Brazil. So this should be very, very crucial. And Overkill, if Overkill outscores Height tonight by no less than 8 points, it gets taken to the final round in Abu Dhabi. So this is going to be an interesting battle with these guys. We got a good, not a bad turnout actually. We got a 12-man grid, which is brilliant. A few drivers can't make it tonight, but it's better than nothing. So Brazil, at the moment, we are currently in qualifying. Dry track at the moment. So I'll take you through strategy that the people will be going through, basically. So there are 3 tyres on offer for dry conditions, and it is the super soft, soft, and the mediums. A majority of people will be starting their qualifying tyres on the super soft, and will be starting the race on it as well. So that is the strategy, and a majority of people want to start on the super soft in the race as well because it's the faster tyre. I tried a medium to super soft stint once. It didn't work because the mediums didn't give you enough grip, to be honest, but to be honest, it's up to the drivers to see what we do. So here we go, we are on board with our championship leader, who really needs to gain some really good points in order to basically take this championship to the wire. So this should be very exciting. So he is on sector 2 right now and is looking pretty decent from the Haas driver. Don't forget, constructors is very, very critical as well with these guys. They got to make sure they keep it clean as well. So the pole time we could expect 1 minute 9, 1 minute 8. Let's see what he goes. Oh, a good lap from him so far. Takes him to a 1 minute 9.2. But Janji smashes that with a 1 minute 8. And that is an astonishing lap for him. So he could possibly be the one who challenges Height for pole today. So everyone else is on a flying lap. Let me just see if I can ride on board with our second place contender of the championship as he's about to cross the last few corners. It is quite tricky, the last few corners, to be honest. DRS is very critical here, and they've got to make sure they have good fuel mixture going into the straights. It doesn't look faster than that time, but hopefully it is enough to... Oh, his time got invalidated, I think. So that is why, or it might be an outlap. Yeah, the time probably got invalidated due to the corner cutting. So yeah, so 4 people have set a lap time. Ben has got a 1 minute 10, which is a pretty good, decent lap time as well. So a massive shout out to all 9 of you that are in the chat at the moment. How are you doing? Especially Eggy Poopy Pants and Thomas MB7. How are you all? Hope you're having a great night. And yeah, so we've got some times which are very close together at the moment, which is really, really great to see from the guys. It shows how close this tier is. And I was watching last week's race for this tier just to catch up on everything, and it is going to be extremely close, to be honest. Extremely close as well. Make sure you get involved on Twitch as well, or on YouTube if you want to get involved with what's happening, because it's going to be extremely tight field. Strategy is very key, and they got to be careful not to clip the corners as much as well, because otherwise the race could be decided on penalties, and we don't really want that to happen in this. We want this to be decided by a fair fight. So yes, I think we've got most people going to the pits right now, but a few people are on their laps. I'm just curious to see how Overkills is doing now. He's slowing down by incredible amount. He's probably on a bank, yeah. But I'm just going to see what Burnout is doing, and he has lost a tenth of time at the moment. So he's probably not going to get in the top 5, but you never know with these things. He could gain some time for doing the last sector, which is very key at the moment. He's definitely got to gain some time in the last sector in order to make sure. But nope, he has ghosted. So a lot of people are going to the pits. So yes, very calm at the moment. Now he's on lean mixture as well, so I won't be following him at the moment. So as it stands, Jianji is on pole with a 1:08, a very good lap, with Height not that far behind him with about 3 or 4/10 of a second. So that is the closest we have got at the moment instead. So just let me know who you're rooting for in the chat as well, on who you think's gonna win. And also, do you think the title will be wrapped up today, or do you think the title will be wrapped up next week in Abu Dhabi? It is a bit too close to call, because the top 2 championship contenders are very highly matched. I can look quickly at how many wins each of them got. Height so far this season has got 4 wins, and Overkill's 3. So the wins are almost equal, but Height probably in the Championships League, probably due to the fact he's been more consistent and had more wins. So very interesting to find out as well. So I'm interested to see how 3rd and 4th match up as well, because that's interesting. And that's between Chris and Peanuts as well. So it is hotting up midway through the table. So even though only the top 2 can possibly win the championship, either this race or in Abu Dhabi, the midfield battles are also key as well. So probably team orders could come into play this round, but we'll see. It is up to the drivers themselves to make sure that they are at it at the moment. So hope you're all doing absolutely fantastic. Thomas thinks Height's got this. So yep, he's rooting for Height at the moment. I think the only person on a lap at the moment is Leper Affinity. But I'm just going to see what fuel mixture he is on. He is on lean, so no, he won't be on a lap. But Ash is on a out lap at the moment, so soon he will go on to a flying lap at the moment. So people to watch out for, Height definitely, and also Overkills. I'm quite surprised Overkills hasn't set a lap time yet, probably due to the fact of his invalidated lap time. That's probably caused him to get the lap time invalid, which is a bit of a shame really, to be honest, but hey ho. So yes, so basically also the championship could be wrapped up in the top tier as well. So after the stream, make sure you check the top tier as well, see how they did, because that's what I'll be doing after the stream, checking that out, because it is a 2-way battle for them as well, and it's going to be very tight among them. I think both drivers from both tiers are really nervous as well. So yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what the drivers think. I'm not entirely sure what the weather is at the moment going into this race, but we will have to wait and find out. But everyone is on the super soft tyres except Formula Rage R, which I think he wants to go for a longer stint maybe, and then stretch it out and go on to the super softs towards the end of the race. That's probably what he is thinking right now in his head. But Ash is going on a lap right now, which let's see what time he get in sector 2, because sector 2 is very key. This corner is what I usually get caught on when I play Brazil, just like in a race I took part in yesterday. So I don't know how these drivers do it. So a bit of lock up through the corner there. He probably matches a sector 3 time, probably because he hasn't set a time, so he's fine at the moment. Hopefully his time won't be invalidated, but DRS is now enabled. Is he going to set a good lap time? He is 7th, so basically the top 7, top 8 pretty much, are separated by about 1 second. pretty much, which is incredible. Just shows how close everyone is. So let's see if Height can get a faster lap time and see if we can get pole position from Giangi at the moment. I have commentated on Giangi and he definitely pulls it out the bag, but I've seen Height as well pull up lap times as well. So let's see how he does in Brazil. Let's see if he will still have time to set another lap. Can he go far? No, he's a bit slower than usual, which is quite odd. Probably because it was just a bank lap, but I don't have a clue. But will he have enough fuel? Yeah, he does have enough fuel to set. And interestingly, he's gone for more fuel, which probably might not work out for him in the slightest because he's got less fuel, but he can set more lap times if possible. He's going slowly a little bit for some reason. I don't know why. But I think he probably just wants to take it easy and knowing he can possibly overtake Giangi on the first corner. So, yes, it's also nice to see that Vapid is back as well after missing a few races as well. So it's nice to see him back for Brazil for the last few. And oh! Out of the bag then, Overkills has just got a 1 minute 8.7. So our second place man is looking very strong to possibly take the championship to Brazil. He's looking in that position right now. Height has got to outscore Overkills. He is going very slowly at the moment. Is he struggling with his engine? He is stuck on first gear at the moment. Or is he going to get a faster lap time? I don't know. But we're going to follow Giangi then and see if he can set a faster lap time. Whoa! 1 minute 8.4. The faster times are going like through the roof at the moment. He is fast. I was predicting 1 minute 9, 1 minute 8, but not early into the 1 minute 8. Whoa! That is incredible. Incredible stuff. Now, I think the reason why Height was slowing down was he cut turn 2, which probably caused a bit more time. So, is he going to have time to set another lap? He is all right at the moment. He is 0.07 of a second faster in the first sector at the moment. So, he is looking very strong indeed. He wants to do his best to try and take pole position. The person on his outlap didn't really help him in the slightest at the moment, but he's looking to put all his troubles behind him at the moment and see if he can claim that. Vapid has retired. He's not looking to set another lap at the moment, but Chris Macker and Kush are no longer setting lap times. They are provisional 3rd and 4th at the moment. Height has dropped down the order, but he could possibly gain. He's already gained 3/10 per second in sector 2, so it'll be incredible to see what lap time he could produce. I think it's going to be a really fast one from him. He's going through the final corner now. DRS is now enabled. Let's see what he could do. He smashed. Oh, that was close. I thought he smashed it then, but by 2 attempts he didn't. So I don't think Giangi needs to push very hard. No, he's going to the pit. But Overkills is still on a lap, but it's not going to be a fast one because he's on his in lap. So nope. Looks like Giangi is going to be on pole position. Absolutely brilliant stuff from him. Again, I apologize if I say his name wrong. I'm really sorry, but hey ho, this is going to be absolutely fantastic. As much as I want the championship to possibly end today, I kind of want it to go to next week because then the hype will be there for a bit longer. So this is going to be interesting to see how it plays out. So don't forget, the bottom 2, in this case, Laper and Formula Rage, do have a choice of what tyre they start the race on. If I was them, I would probably start on the softs because they have more grip than the mediums and I think they can cope more than the mediums. But all of the top 10 will start on the super soft tyres and they'll most likely go for super soft to soft strategy. But Giangi, really, really good lap from him. I'm very impressed. I am predicting he's going to do very well in the race. So, yeah. Now, your predictions for the race, guys. Let me know who you think is going to win as well. That'll be absolutely fantastic. It's great that the lap times are separated by very, very close indeed. The top 5 are in the 1 minute 8. That's just incredible. It's just amazing to see this in Inside Live Racing. It's just awesome to see how strong these drivers are. So, absolutely, I know I keep saying absolutely amazing, but yeah, it's going to be close. So don't forget, if you just joined us, hello, this is Inside Line Racing. This is ILR2 Xbox tier, and we're the Brazilian Grand Prix. And if Height wants to win this championship today, he has got to beat Overkill by 8 points. So basically, if he wins, I think Overkill needs to go score less than 3rd, and then he'll win. So they got to play it very, very, very cautious at times. But I won't be surprised if the hype's there, and they're probably a bit nervous as well. So it's going to be close. Thomas is predicting a Height, Giangi and Overkill's podium. So I'm actually not surprised that that's going to... I'm not actually not if that might happen. So yeah. I'm also checking Twitter as well to let me know your thoughts as well. So that should be very good. So interesting to see how they do. Who is going to come out on top tonight? We will have to wait and see. I'm looking forward to this race. And due to the qualifying laps we have seen, I know. And oh, it is raining. So the strategy I've just said has gone completely out of the window. The guys in the chat today were not hoping for a wet race. They were. And it looks like it's going to be changeable conditions because it is light rain. So they will go on the intermediate tyres. Giangi in the chat is screaming. He's going, yes, because he was hoping for rain and he got rain. Because he's very good in the rain, he said in chat earlier. So it's going to be a strong track for him, I think, at the moment. So, yes. I always love changeable conditions, which means the drivers have got to take it into their own hands about when they pit. You never know when the conditions might change. They might have to opt to go to slick tyres. But we'll have to wait and see and find out as we're about to get underway with the race. It is quite long laps, but it's 36 laps of fun. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And it's lights out. And away we go. They all get away cleanly at the moment, but a few people are dropping down positions. Giangi's getting a very good start. Overkill is trying to overtake into turn 1. But I think Height's gone a little bit wide. That's allowing Overkill to go into P2. And we got a bit of contact between the Ferrari and the Mercedes. I don't know who it was. It was Ben, and I completely forgot who the Mercedes was. But there was a bit of contact, and I said it was probably going to go cleanly. It wasn't. So a bit of commentator's curse at the moment. But Giangi has lost a bit of position there. It's gone a bit wide. Overkill is trying to defend a position. He is... take the lead of this Grand Prix, which is what he needs right now. If he stays in this position, the title will go to Brazil. So this position is where he needs to be right now. A lot of people are struggling at the moment in these conditions. They weren't expecting wet weather, but we have got some very intense battles shaping up towards the field. They are increasingly bunched together due to the fact of these conditions, but I can already see the spray in the track already. So they got to be aware. The braking points have got to be a little bit different, more than the dry. So, and it is quite tricky corners in Brazil, so they can't really afford to brake too late in these corners. But we've got Burnout trying to close in onto the Renault of Cushmania. He is getting ever so close at this moment in time. He's going to go try and see if he can make a move into turn 1. It makes it stick at the moment, but we've got some battles going away down the field. We've got Ash gaining some positions already, so he's up into P6. The McLaren battle we have just seen was absolutely amazing. Great stuff from the 2 McLaren guys, but we're just seeing what else. And Height is trying to make a move down the inside. We got the Renault of Cushmania trying to join in the party. He's slowing down a little bit. That's allowing Burnout to gain a position there, and now up into P3. So Giangi already the loser at the moment by dropping 3 positions, so not very good at the moment. But Overkill's is definitely where he needs to be right now. But between Height and Overkill's at the moment, 1.1 seconds. This is going to be very intense to see how it develops at the moment. Hopefully these guys take to these corners cleanly and do not get too aggressive, because I really don't want them to get aggressive in these corners especially. So let's see what other battles we've got at the moment. We've got Cushmania already getting involved in so many battles. He's closing up to the Williams of Burnout and Giangi in front. So this is going to be pretty cool. Ash and Peanut is also closing in, and Vapid as well. This is going to be a battle you've probably never seen before in Brazil at the moment. They just got to be aware, and Overkills is doing absolutely incredible in these wet conditions. These are definitely suiting him, and Giangi was hoping to take the lead, and he was actually praying for wet conditions, but it's not working out for him at the moment, but it is working out for Overkills. Cushmania was sliding out a little bit, which probably didn't cost him a little bit too much, but we've got Chris Macker-Jones, who was involved in that accident, trying to make his way back up the field, and he's up into P7. We already got a battle emerging at the moment as Vapid tries to make his move, but we also got Giangi Jordi dropping down the field again. Burnout has made the move stick again, so great move from Burnout, and Burnout's up to into P3. So it is quite hard to check the battles today because there is a lot of them, and because it is raining, it is all bunched out, and they're all in the queue, and they can't afford it. But it's looking like to be a bit more heavy, a bit less spray at the moment, so I am going to watch the weather and see what happens with it, because this can be very interesting, as the Haas has gone a bit slow of height, so this is allowing Burnout to gain a bit more time, and I think DRS will be enabled, so actually no, it won't be because of the rain, but we've got Burnout trying to possibly try and make a move into turn 1. It's going to make it stick. Yes, he does. What a great move. But Burnout possibly could get the switchback done. He's got a bit of contact at the moment, but let's follow Burnout right now. He's 3/10 down at the moment. He's got another opportunity to go into turns 3 and 4. Can he do it? Height can't afford to make a mistake, because otherwise Burnout can capitalise it. But looks like they are okay at the moment. There's a few people are going slow in these corners. Now I'm noticing from the onboards that the rain is definitely getting heavier, so this could be a full wet situation going towards the end of this race. It looks like the rain is definitely going heavier. It is trying hard to just find that time, and we got a bit of contact from Burnout and Height, which probably didn't help Height in the slightest. Again, Height was sliding. That's allowing Burnout through again to go on the outside, but I think Height wants to make the switchback done. Oh my god, I nearly said the word I wasn't meant to say, but it was an accident there. He almost did a Glock move there, but he didn't, so that was extremely close indeed. With the battles up in P2, it's allowing Overkills to stretch the gap, which is really great to see at the moment. So yes, nobody on time penalties at the moment. Height's going to try and make a move into turn 1 like he's done a few times, which he's done very well. He's made it stick at the moment, wheel to wheel, and we've got Giangi trying to make a move. A three-way battle then. They are wheel to wheel. This is going to get ever so close. I hope they're careful, because we've got some very tricky corners at the moment, and yes, Height does keep going wide. That is definitely what is costing him in this race at the moment, which is why he is dropping down the field and losing time between Overkills, but and that is why Burnout and Giangi are all over him at the moment, which is very good to see. We really like seeing battles at the moment just approach like that. It's just ever so close at the moment, so ever so close. So it'll be interesting to see how the drivers feel as well in these conditions as well. So massive shout out to Mrs. Brockway88, who's in the chat as well. Thomas Williams, who's in the chat as well. Hello, welcome to the stream. I hope you're enjoying it so far. And if you were in Brazil, I would like to know what your strategy is going into Brazil. It'll be very interesting to see at the moment. So I've got my drink with me, because I know I'm doing solo commentary tonight, and when I was doing solo commentary on Wednesday night, I did struggle a bit because my throat was dry. So I've got a drink just to keep me going during this race, and yeah, it should be very interesting. So we have got another battle quite up the back. Let me just follow that battle quite quickly. They're squeezing each other. Looks like Peanuts has gained a position on Ben quite nicely there. He's made the job done. He made it look easy, and he knew where to look there. He was being cautious. If there wasn't a space, he didn't give a space. It is that simple. He just stayed put, and then when there was a space, he overtook like the madman. So absolutely great stuff and absolutely great work from him at the moment. So looking very good from the pair of them at the moment. So, Burnout Giangi. Burnout is 3/10 separate between him and Height. It'll be interesting to see how that develops towards this race as well. But we got Ben and Peanuts trying to close in as well. 2/10 separating between these two now. It is going down to the wire between these two. They're almost wheel to wheel. Ben is on the gearbox of Peanuts by the sound of it at the moment. It's looking extremely, very intense. Even though it's not a battle for the championship, they want to score as many points as they possibly can, because in order to maximise their championship aspirations, ready for the F1 2018 to come out game. And looks like Peanut is one of the first people to pit at the moment, so it'll be interesting to see how he does. And we got a 5-second stop go penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So not very good work from him. They got to be careful when they speed in the pit lane. And looks like he's pitting for another set of intermediates, but I think he will have to pit again, otherwise 5 seconds will be added to him towards the end of this race, which is allowing Ben to make his way up through the field, and Peanut has dropped down into lap 12. We could expect people on the super soft to pit about lap 11 on the softs, but obviously we're in the wets, it can change. So we could see people start to pit roundabout from now onwards. It's just seeing how they manage their tyres. But I am sorry, lads, we've got to pay attention to the battle up front, because it is getting very tense at the moment. 2/10 is separating between Burnouts and Height at the moment. They are going crazy, and Giangi is not that far behind. Height can't afford to make a mistake. He has slid a little bit there earlier on, but I think he is he going to, no, he's not going to the pits. So Height has got the inside line and Burnout has got the outside line. Is Burnout going to try and make a move? No, he saw there wasn't much space and he didn't, but he was trying to max out on these opportunities as well. So yes, very, very interesting. So going into turn 2 then, it's getting really, really intense with the wet. He possibly could gain a move there, but no, that didn't work out for him. So both of the Williams drivers are possibly might be working as teammates, and possibly Burnout might want to keep Height ahead due to the championship, but it probably won't matter if it stays like this, because don't forget, Height needs to outscore Overkills by 8 points, or this championship will go to Abu Dhabi, which is where I think most races get decided as well, which is very exciting. But yeah, so Overkills is stretching the gap now for 4 seconds, and that's because the battles that are happening earlier on, and he can afford to pit really soon. He seems to be mastering those conditions very nicely and very well, so absolutely top work from him at the moment as he is coping, because to be honest, it just goes to show it's not about your race pace sometimes, it is about your, no, it's not about qualifying pace, or it's about your race pace. So to be honest, in this track it's getting close, and I am missing this, a three-way battle into turn 2, and Height has, I think, got the position done there and defended that quite nicely. So he's up into P2 again. We got Burnout on the back of Height at the moment. Height defending that nicely, but Burnout is not giving up. Burnout is also under pressure from Giangi right behind him as well, and we got Ash not far behind as well by like 1 second. Burnout could possibly get a move there, but Peanut saying the fastest lap of the race in these wet conditions. Absolutely amazing there. And this is the corner that Height sometimes seems to be struggling in. That is the one they used to be struggling in quite a lot. So hopefully he'll be fine at the moment, but looks like he is at the moment. I think Burnout's setup in the wet seems to be very good regarding corners. And don't forget, they know about the weather before this race, so they can tweak setups based on what the weather's going to be like. So that is probably why the people you weren't expecting to be pole didn't get pole, because they had a wet, dedicated setup. So that's probably why they have done that at the moment. So the gap is not that far behind at the moment, but it'll be interesting to see as it continues, as Giangi has going to the pits, as we got another stop-go penalty for Giangi, and Formula Rage has gone out of the session. Has he rage quitted? Or it's probably his engine, I don't know. And as we noticed, Height has got a 3-second time penalty as well. Very, very interesting. So, yeah, Nightbot is playing up in the stream, so I do apologise. I will try and fix the Nightbot as soon as possible. So I do apologise if it is playing up for you at the moment. I don't know why it's received any spam warnings, but I will fix it ready at some point. So again, I do apologise. But I will change it towards the end of this race because it's a bit unfair otherwise. But we are getting ever so close to see if Burnout can make a battle here. This is going to be extremely close. Height is doing all he can to possibly clinch this championship battle. He is way behind the gap that he needs to be to make sure that he clinches it in Brazil at the moment. But you never know what can happen as Burnout is going to a pit. So a lot more people are actually going to the pits right now. As Burnout's got a 5-second stop penalty. So everyone getting stop-go penalties. Probably a lot of people are misjudging the speed pit limiter in the wet. So they got to be... Oh, he just vanished off the pits for some weird reason. I don't know why that is happening. But Burnout's going to some set of intermediates. But that's allowing everybody to stretch the gap a little bit. And I think Burnout is pitting as well. Where's Height? Height has dropped down to 5th. What has he done? Has he pitted? Let me just check a second. Stops. He hasn't pitted, so he must have dropped down somewhere that we missed while someone was in the pits. I don't know what is happening. He's slowing down quite considerably. So he must be struggling on tyre grip at the moment as he's gone wide again. And we got Janji trying to close up into him again as well. This is not the position he wants to be at the moment. I feel for him, I really do. But he will have another chance if it stays like this. Which is, I think he's in a bad position at the moment because he's leading the championship. And he wants to make sure he can get as much points as possible, even if he doesn't win this. Yeah, he's definitely going slower at the moment, which looks like he's possibly going to go to the pits and see what happens. Is he going to the pits? I don't think he is. Yes, he is going to the pits. So possibly because he is struggling on these tyres, probably why that didn't help. One of the first people to not get a speeding penalty for speeding in the pit lane, so he was a bit cautious when he went out of the pit lane, which is very good for him. So, looks like he's going to be on intermediates again. Let's see. Oh, he got a bit of front wing damage that we didn't see. That is probably why his lap time was a bit slow. And that's causing him to drop him way down the order. That is a bit of a shame from him. And everyone in front of him pretty much has stopped. So that definitely did not work out. That is a bit of a shame for our championship contender. But that gives Overkills less pressure right now. As it stands, Height will gain no points from this. And Overkills will be on 25. And I think, by the looks of things, Overkills will gain the lead of this championship by a slight margin. Which will be crazy. Because the lead of this championship just keeps changing. It just keeps changing in this tier, which just makes it more exciting. And I know I'm not going to follow people that are pitting at the moment. I'm just seeing, let's see what Ben does to see if he can stretch. Looks like Ben has probably got to pit soon. So it looks like Overkills will get the lead. So I think Overkills has pitted at the right time. But Janji is not that far behind. He is coming towards turn 2 right now. And where does Overkills run? It's crucial he gets in front of Overkills. Yes, he does. He jumps him. What a great move for Overkills. So a potential lead at the moment is going to him. So very, very good. He's been looking very strong always. Massive shout out to 11 of you who are watching this stream right now. There's probably a few of you that are flicking between the top tier and this tier to find out what's been happening, which is a good thing to see that you're supporting inside line racing as much as possible as well. So I would encourage you to see what's going on in tier 1 as well. Possibly have both streams open and see what happens as well. And if I know what the result is towards the end for the top tier. I will say it in the stream as well, but I'll give a spoiler alert, as it were, just in case you don't want to see it at the moment. So Ben and Ash are in the lead, but don't forget they haven't pitted, so they probably will come down in about 5th or 6th, which is not too bad. But the strategy, I think, for the longest since has definitely gone way out the window for these guys, which is, I think, a bit of a shame for them, but it's nice because they're more aware. And I can hardly see any rain at the moment. Let me just go on board with Ben a minute and see how the rain is doing. I'm noticing a bit less rain at the moment. So the rain is definitely dying down. It is definitely dying down than it was. But there's some parts of the track which are a bit more wet than others. And this is where they get a bit more critical, especially these type of corners like the right-hander here. That is quite tricky as well. So yes, this is going to be ever so close indeed. So yeah, only 3 people haven't made a stop at the moment, so it'll be interesting to see where they come. But we will keep an eye on the weather as it continues and see how it develops at the moment, because it can change. That is what I like about changeable conditions, really. So make sure you keep it locked in this tier as well. Just keep it locked as much as possible. So I'm just seeing what other close battles as well. We've got Burnout trying to close in onto Giangi. 2 Williams teammates, I think, possibly working together as much as possible to try and get the maximum points for the constructors. I didn't actually check what the constructors' points are like because the standings hasn't been updated in a while, so I can't really check the constructors. The only things they told me was the Drivers' Championship, so I think the Drivers' Championship is more important at this stage to get right at the moment. So it looks like Height has overtaken Laper at the moment, but he's already off the pace at the moment to try and catch up between the top lot, which is a bit of a shame at the moment. But Mania is showing some good pace as well. He's closing in. He's now 2.6 seconds down on Burnout at the moment, which is not really that bad at the moment compared to him. So we are almost halfway into this Grand Prix then. We are 50 laps in and we've got about 20-ish laps to go. And don't forget, this is quite a short track, but obviously it takes longer in the wet at the moment. So especially it is very, very key at the moment. So it's gonna be critical at the moment. So yes. So to be honest, Height can't afford to make a mistake, or Overkills. He can't afford to make a mistake either. He is under. I think he must be in less pressure. As long as he stays where he is now, the championship fight will go to Brazil. So he just can't bottle it, basically. But Giangi is all over the back of Overkills at the moment. So this is getting down to the wire. They both want to score as much points as possible. Giangi losing out for a bit at the beginning, which didn't work out for him, but he seems to be pumping up the pace a bit more, which is very good to see in this intermediate tyres, which I think the track probably is drying up a little bit. I can tell. I can hardly see any rain. I can see a bit of spray, but hardly any rain, or it might be just my TV playing games with me at the moment, but we will see. We will see at this stage of the race. As I just got a quick drink there to keep me hydrated, because good old me, good old Jess needs some hydration, to be honest. But you know, it's just getting wrapped up at the moment, as we only had one retiree at this Grand Prix at the moment, which is not too bad. Everyone seems to be doing well clean racing wise, apart from the speeding penalties in the pit lane. Just hope Ben and Ash don't make the same mistake in the pits, please. Let me just look at the telemetry and see when they got a pit. So I think Ben is waiting until the very absolute max lap to pit on in lap 18, and he will join in P6. So that's not bad going from him. He's keeping these intermediate tyres last a bit longer. which is really good to see. I don't know what tyres you're on now. He must be on like 30, 40%. I don't know how he can manage these. Or he's possibly, because he was down the field, he probably used a bit of less fuel. And he's on lean mixture at the moment. But we've got a few people closing in as well. I think he probably wants to save fuel now. And then when it comes to him after the pits, he can battle with this. So we've got Formula Rage in the voice chat. Apologies if you heard that. But some stupid me, I forgot to mute the voice chat in the game, so it's a bit of a shame there, but hey ho. So yes. So here we go. I'm just going to see if Ben is going to the pits now. I'm just following him right now. CB pits. Yes, he does. He is going to the pits, but Ash surprisingly is not. He is choosing to stay out, which could prove costly, I think. But we've got Ben in the pits right now. Looks like to be a very clean stop from Ben at the moment. Looking very, very, very strong for him at the moment. So he's dropping down into P7. So not bad stuff from him, because Peanut is like 24 seconds behind the drift at the moment. But let's go back to the leading bunch then, because the closest battle on track is still Burnout and Overkills and Giangi as well. 3 battles separating for this championship. Oh my god. It's nice also to see the V6 teammates actually working together to make sure they get the best out of those drivers, to be honest. So they got to make sure they use it to their full potential and afford not really to take each other out as well, because otherwise it can have some very serious consequences, and we don't really want that to happen, do we? So yes. And if you are liking the content at the moment, make sure you follow IndyILR Racing on Twitch and on YouTube as well. We produce content from the streams, so you can look back and watch your favourite races in action as well on both Twitch and YouTube. So make sure you follow us on Twitch and YouTube. That'll be absolutely amazing. As Burnout has gained a position, because I think Ash has decided that enough's enough. He is going to the pits. It'll be interesting to see where he ends up at the moment. Overkills is going to the pits as well. He's pitting again. That is interesting. That is interesting. Why is he pitted again? Maybe he was struggling on these intermediates. Did he have front wing damage that I missed? I don't have a clue. Or he might be going for a 2-stop strategy. I don't know. But again, we will have to wait and see. I really don't know what will happen pretty soon. But it's all up to the drivers now. So this is going to be ever so close indeed. It probably won't be enough for Height to take this championship today if it stays like this, because there's like only added about 3 points, and that's pretty much it at the moment. But looks like Overkills is all right at the moment, but he's got to try and gain some positions. I wonder why he was suffering from some issues. But that's allowing Giangi to gain the lead of this Grand Prix. A winner that I've seen in the past in a few leagues. Actually, I commentated on him last week, and he's an absolutely good driver. He absolutely likes Brazil with a passion, I think. He is extremely strong in Brazil, showing his muscle at the moment. Burnout is not that far behind him though. He's closing in. So this should be interesting. And we've got Cushmania in 3rd place as well. What a good race for him at the moment as well. Sorry for a little bit of a burp there. I wasn't really expecting that at the moment. So 16 laps remaining of this highly intense Grand Prix at the moment. I do see a bit of blue sky. It might be me. I don't know. I think it might be just me that's seeing this, but I can definitely see a bit of blue in the sky. Yes, I can see a bit of blue in the sky. So, and yeah. But the rain is still the same as it was a few laps ago, I think. So, again, you never know with this situation. I know I keep saying that a lot of times, but hey ho. But yeah, it'll be interesting. I think a lot of people I think Overkills is praying that the conditions, I think, dries up in order for him to possibly pit. I think that's what he was thinking. He possibly thought that at the moment, but I don't know the conditions. The only people that know the conditions is the drivers themselves, and I can't really tell you that at the moment, so, which is a bit of a shame, but we will keep you guys informed once we know about what is happening at the moment, and it is looking to be very, very good indeed. Looks like Cushmania is pitting again, so a few people thinking these intermediates are not going to last for very long, so a few people are deciding for a two-stop strategy at the moment, which is kind of intriguing to say the least at the moment. It looks a bit odd, but it might be because I haven't raced in the wets before in Brazil, so I don't know really what the wet strategy is like in Brazil, so it is quite a bit curious at the moment. So obviously everyone's on intermediate tyres. Giangi, so I think a lot of people then are going on to a two-stop strategy, so it is quite common then for this. Maybe Height has got it right. If the conditions stay as it is, oh, Giangi's stopping his 5-second stop go penalty. That's why he is pitting again, because he probably had to serve his drive-through, otherwise he'll get disqualified. So that has lost a bit of time from Giangi, which is a bit of a shame, but possibly he can regain his positions. So far this has really shaken up the order then, with Burnout in the lead, Vapid in second, and Ash in third. Who would have predicted that? Those three, Vapid and Ash, have stayed out of trouble throughout this race, and that strategy has definitely paid off for them. The important thing is, if you're in last place, don't give up, and that's what these two drivers have done. They weren't in contention with a big amount of points, but due to the fact they stay out of trouble, they were right, they just got to manage these intermediate tyres as much as possible, because we never know if they can do either a one stop or a two stop. It actually also does depend on when they pitted, because a few people on two stop strategies were the ones who pitted in quite early, and yeah, we've still got quite a few people as well to set their drive-through penalties. They'll probably have to go into the pit soon for a drive-through penalty, some of them, because otherwise they will get disqualified, I think. So I completely forgot who got a drive-through penalty, but it is not that common to get penalties, but USA last week, a lot of people in the other leagues I was commentating at has got penalties, so it's quite good. And Burnout is pitting then as well, so yeah, two-stop strategy is definitely quite common, but yes. So how are you all enjoying the stream in the chat? Hope you're all doing absolutely fantastic. Let me know your thoughts in the chat as well on Twitch, because we would like to get you guys involved as much as possible in this, so you can get involved and possibly predict who you think is going to win, because it's going to be an interesting type battle, because the people we think are going to win this race possibly might not win this race now, and that's what makes this tier so exciting to watch from this perspective. It's absolutely very cool. It's been a pleasure commentating on this so far, because it's really definitely shaken up the order, and the wet conditions has certainly not helped some of these drivers at all, so definitely. And we've got Chris was absolutely struggling a little bit there, which is allowing Cushmania to gain position, but probably because Burnout had to pit a little bit, and that's probably why as well. I see a little bit of drips of rain again, but not a lot at the moment. It's only in certain corners, but again, we will keep you updated as well. Now, spoiler alert for something that happened around about lunchtime UK time. So we don't want to know about the transfer market. Mute for about a minute, and then you can unmute. Oh my god! Actually, don't mute, because Cushmania has binned it in the wall and has retired. He's lost his front wing. The conditions have definitely got too much for him. That is a bit of a shame from him. Oh no. That's allowing Overkill to have less pressure and allowing Peanut to go into 7th place. That is good stuff for him. Absolutely good stuff. So I was thinking there might be some retirees and all. Interesting strategy from Chris. He thinks the rain is drying up enough that he's possibly going into mediums. Has he made the right decision? Because I don't think it's a condition for mediums right now. Look, he's absolutely struggling for grip right now. Probably it's the wrong decision. Possibly he will probably have to pit again. Yep, he did this corner. He is tricky. I don't know what got into his head to go into mediums. I don't know why. But he possibly thinks the rain will possibly clear up now, but it hasn't. So a poor strategy call from Chris, which is a bit of a shame because he's in the top 3 in the championship, I believe. But yeah, I'm going to see what other battles we've got at the moment. I think most of them are about 2 seconds. But Vapid absolutely controlling this race at the moment. Not sure if you'll have to pit again, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, going back to the battle, the transfer market that happened about lunchtime, as I was saying before, Mania binned it in the wall. So, if you don't want to know about the transfer market, switch off for a minute and then come back. I will give people a chance to do so before I ended up speaking. Right, I've given you guys a chance, so I guess most people are still watching probably know about this already, but if you're still watching and want to know what it is as well. Basically, it was announced about lunchtime today, probably a bit before that Daniel Ricciardo is leaving Red Bull at the end of the season, which has come up as a shock to me because I thought Daniel Ricciardo was going to stay in Red Bull. So it looked like from the news that the contract between Red Bull was going to be ever so close to getting signed. So I was like, right, I think he was going to stay. But no, it came up as a real shocker for me. But he was doing what's best. I think Red Bull didn't get the same engine as Renault because the bodywork and the design that they've had didn't support it and they rejected it. So that's probably why the Renault engine on the Red Bull is not performing hard as it should, because we've seen in Germany for them, that Daniel Ricciardo's engine died, and in Hungary Verstappen. So the Honda engine is definitely more reliable, which suggested he might have moved to a Honda-related team, but no. He is going to Renault to partner Hülkenberg next season. It'll be interesting to let you know your thoughts on that. I think he could be alright, because the Renault engine is obviously... Oh! And it's a bit of squeezing from Giangi and Ben at the moment. I'm not sure if that was allowed, but it's done anyway. It's allowing Ben to go into P3. Absolutely amazing stuff. Definitely the pit stop strategy has worked for him at the moment at the 2-stop. And he is gaining position. And now, the closest he can get now is P2. And it'll be absolutely amazing to see at the moment. So, absolutely brilliant stuff. And looking at stronger teammates, Hülkenberg and Ricciardo in real life next season is going to be a strong force. Probably because it's the main manufacturer team. But we did underestimate what Hamilton would do at Mercedes when Hamilton signed for Mercedes at the end of 2012. We think, oh, he's not going to do... Oh! Contact again from Ben. That's a bit of defensive, aggressive driving to the max there. I'm not surprised if Giangi has got a bit of damage there. I don't know what has happened between the guys, but that is a bit of a shame at the moment for him. But hey-ho. But yeah, I think Ricciardo and Hulk can be a force to be reckoned with at the moment. But if you want to know my thoughts, I might post a tweet on it later. And nothing more is said at the moment, as we want to try and follow this battle to the max at the moment. And I think Ben has just realised he's made a mistake and has allowed Giangi through. So good on you, Ben. That shows very good sportsmanship at the moment, because I know when I do races like this, if I screw up and force an opponent out or something like that, and they're still in the race, I let them through, because that is just a sensible thing to do. And then they're usually all right about it, and usually they might go, oh, what has happened? Someone's gone into the wall again. That's Chris in a Mercedes. Oh, what a shame from Chris. It was going from bad to worse for him at the moment. That is a bit of a shame. Oh, so he's retired then. So we've had 3 retirees of this Grand Prix at the moment. We have had Formula Rage, Cushmania, and now Chris. So Height is, and Leaper is now back in the points. That's what it is at the moment. So that is looking very disappointing for Chris, but it's looking ever so strong for Ben as he's trying to gain some pace on Giangi. He's doing not too bad, but there's a few times he is stretching out a little bit, which the line's close for at the moment. Now, positions at the moment. I'm just gonna get how many points people would get in a race quickly, just to see where it would end up if it was like this. So let me just get the drivers' points at the moment. So if it was to stay like this, Overkills will gain 8 points. Height would gain 2. No, 4. So yeah, if it stays like this, it will go to Brazil. And Height has already got a time penalty as well, so not looking very strong for him. And Leaper, he's already off the pace. I don't think the penalty will matter to him at the moment. But all I can see at the moment is definitely Janji closing up onto Ash quite nicely there. Very well. So very, very interesting. And to be honest, my favourite races to commentate is definitely wet conditions, because you never know what the conditions are going to be like, and you could see the drivers are not usually good in the dry, possibly will be good in the wet, and that is what it's showing at the moment with these tracks at the moment. So if it's to finish like this, all 9 people who are finishing will be in the points, which will be a massive feat at the moment. Very, very interesting stuff as well. So hey ho, hi ho, hi ho's off to work we go. But yeah, thanks to also the 5 people who are sticking around for this as well. I will check the tier 1 stream in a minute just to see how that is faring and who has won the champion. Oh, is that a Renault I see go a bit wide? Oh, that's Vapid. Oh no, he has contact, but he's got no damage. I think he only lost a bit of his rear wing, but he's slowing down. How much fuel has he got left? Is he saving on fuel? Let me just check. He's got enough fuel, but he is pushing it a little bit. I don't know why he's dropped down the order at the moment. That is a bit of a shame. Maybe he possibly pitted. Let me see if he's pitted. No, he hasn't. So that's allowing Overkills to go up and him able to get some more points. I wasn't expecting that from Vapid or Vapid or however you say his name. He was looking ever so strong. What a shame. Oh my god. Chris is looking very disappointed as well in the chat about his incident, which is a bit of a shame. It'll probably be looked at after the race as well, just to see what happens. And oh, we got Burnout possibly trying to make a move on Ben, or Ben trying to make a move on Burnout, shall we say. Let's just ride on board with both of them now. Ben trying to closing in. He is looking a very strong second sector as well. We've got the battle of second and first closing in as well. Giangi really wants to take that win, but we haven't followed the battle for first. He goes round the outside, or a bit of banging wheels from the pair of them at the moment, but not much damage at the moment, which is looking good. Giangi trying to leave some space, and with Ash defending really well in the McLaren. The McLaren does have the inside line, which has probably helped him a little bit, but Giangi was able to gain the position there and he is up in the lead at the moment. So great stuff. He's back where he belongs. He started on pole and he's capitalised from that mistake. Now, due to the contact, Ben has, he's got another 5-second stop-go penalty, so he probably still needs to serve another one. No, he didn't get a stop-go penalty last time. He just got it this time. So would he need to pit again to serve his drive-through? I personally really don't know. I really don't know. So yeah, my mum is calling me right now, but I'm busy streaming, so she'll have to wait at the moment. But hey ho for that one. So Ben is going down the pits, but he's still in a good position at the moment. Ash is dropping a little bit of pace, which is kind of interesting. I'm seeing what's getting involved on Twitter if everything's changed. No, not at the moment, so I will keep you informed if any tiers change. But it looks like for these results that the championship will go to Brazil. Abu Dhabi. Oh my god, I was thinking about another league as well. But never count chickens before they are hatched at the moment, to be honest, because Gianji has had a bit of disadvantages this race. He had a 2-stop, but it seemed to work. I think a lot of people going on a 2-stop strategy, and I probably know in these type of wet conditions, 2-stop strategies are possibly faster than 1-stop. But we will see how it plays out. We've got 3 more laps to go of this Grand Prix then. It's all to play for here. Overkills is looking at a very good position at the moment. As far as height is concerned, height is 2 seconds down, but we got Burnout closing in on Ash at the moment, going in to a very tricky corner coming up. It is a very steep incline at the moment. He is looking to dive around the inside, but no, he minks back to a bit because there wasn't much space, which is very brave of him at the moment because it's very tricky, and these two drivers don't want to have any contact at all. So that's probably why they are staying put at the moment. So that's why they're choosing it at the moment. That's why they're choosing it. But yeah, it's now time to get your thoughts on driver of the day. Then, who you think is going to get driver of the day out of the 12 runners we've had today? Let us know your thoughts in the chat. It will be very, very interesting to see as well. Again, I will try and fix the Nightbot ready for next time. Next time I stream on my channel, because I don't know why it does that, but hopefully it will be fixed pretty soon as well. So we've got Burnout and Ash wheel to wheel in turn 1. Both of them squeezing up each other. Looks like Ash is defending. There was a bit of contact, but no damage, luckily. But Ash has got the outside line. No, Burnout's got the outside line. Ash has got the inside line. We'll see what happens going into turn 3. We will see if Burnout tries to close in. No, not at the moment. He'll probably get an opportunity going into the steep incline at the moment, which usually is quite tricky for overtaking. I don't know how they do it at the moment, but he is absolutely trying his absolute best to make sure he overtakes. It is absolutely crazy in these conditions. These weather is not going to change, so it looks like the weather is going to stay as it is at the moment. They've got to make sure they manage these tyres to the end. Ash has got older tyres than Burnout, so probably the advantage may go to Burnout, but you never know. Ash is doing absolutely amazing to try and control. Interestingly, Burnout is on lean mixture as well. I don't know why. I'm a bit surprised, but his pace on the lean fuel mixture is brilliant. So he's trying to save enough fuel. So yeah, he's going on a rich mixture. He's following my advice, and he possibly can go in and move into turn 1. Ash has got the inside line. Burnout tries to go through the outside of Ash there, but no. Looks like Ash defending that quite well and is allowing Ash to stay through at the moment in the McLaren. McLaren looking very stronger than the real life McLaren, but Fernando Alonso in real life did not too bad in Hungary, gaining points on his birthday, which is very good for him, and he was very actually really impressed with the performance of the McLaren last week. So yeah, so the McLaren definitely looking stronger in the F1 2017 game as well. And also, who is hyped about F1 2018? I definitely am. It is going to be absolutely brilliant, and I'm very excited to see what Inside Line Racing does with this. Xbox and PS4 is going to be roughly on about the same week in each other in F1 2018, so we will have a full season for both of them. So it will avoid clashes a little bit, which is going to be very exciting. Bernard has lost a bit of pace again. I don't know why he's lost a bit of pace, but hi-ho. We are about to go to the final lap of this Grand Prix. It's been an absolutely amazing race. Almost someone new getting the race victory, someone different, so we weren't expecting getting the race victory. But Gianni's about to start the final lap. He's 5 seconds adrift. The only thing he's got to do is try and avoid making a mistake. At the moment, he just can't. He will definitely gain some valuable points at the moment, which will be extremely very good for him at the moment. He is down at the moment, but he doesn't need to be, as long as he doesn't go down by a lot. But do we have some other close battles at the moment? No. Most of them are quite evenly matched, but they're not that close. So it looks like the battles might stay as it is, unless people do have penalties. Because it'll be a bit of a shame if some of the race position... Oh my god, my controller is gone dead. But it'll be a bit of a shame if some of the race position is decided on penalties. Which I really hope not. So, you know, we will find out. But as Gianni goes through the penultimate few corners, going through the straight there ever so nicely, he must be pretty happy with his results. He is going around the final corner now. I won't be surprised if he does a bit of weaving. And he goes on to win the Brazilian Grand Prix for ILR2. Absolutely amazing stuff. He must be extremely happy. Ash crosses the line in P2. Brilliant stuff there. We've got the two V6 teammates of Burnout and Overkills. And if my calculations are correct, it looks like the championship will go to Abu Dhabi. So it hasn't been decided today. And Overkills is in third now because Burnout got a penalty. So yeah, let me just check quickly what the points were before this race quickly. I'll check that in a minute actually. But we got Peanut in 7th place. And we've got Height in 8th. Height has got a penalty though, don't forget. So yeah, I'm just going to check the standings quite quickly. So Height's on 120, was on 129. Overkill was on 111. So the gap is 18 points. So drivers' points. So let me just check a minute. So Overkill has gained 15. So that will take him to 126. Height has only gained 4. So yeah, that will the championship will be decided in Abu Dhabi then. Is I think about a 4 or 5 point gap. So, oh my god, this is going to be very tense indeed. Both of the Height it wasn't his day for Height at the moment, but hopefully he can improve next time about in Brazil next week, where we'll have our 2 regular commentators back, hopefully, fingers crossed. But Gianni taking the win there with Ash in 2nd, Overkills in 3rd, Burnout in 4th, Ben in 5th, Vapid in 6th, but DNF was Chris, and Mania in the Renault was in 11th, and I forgot who was in 12th. But what a race, guys. It was absolutely fantastic, and I really enjoy myself, and I'm glad it's going to go to Abu Dhabi as well, because I think the commentators that are not commentating tonight, that usually commentate on this league, is probably going to be quite glad that it's going to Abu Dhabi as well, because they can commentate on that as well. So yeah, so yes, Gianni was hoping for a good result tonight, and he nailed it. And I think I do have him on Xbox, so I'm going to see if he's available for interview. Let me check. Do I have him listed? I'm sure I have him added. Do I have him added? I don't know. I don't think I do. I thought I did. There for a minute. Hold on a second. Let me just search his game tag a bit. F1. G and G. I'm just seeing if I can invite. Oh, I can't find him. Wait a second. I don't know what's happening with the controller either. But so just hold on a second, guys, where I try and find him on Xbox and seeing if I can invite him to the party. There we go. Let's see. Let me just enable desktop audio a second and let me switch screens as well. So I'll add you as a friend because I think he added me as a friend, but I forgot to add him as a friend. Oops. So I'm just going to see if this party works. Let me just change the settings quickly. Apologies for the delay because I think we want to hear from him in a second. No, wait, what are you doing? What are you doing, party? I don't know. Right. Looks like that's okay. That's okay at the moment. Okay. So, let me go back. I think I've added him. Hopefully. Yes, I have. So, I'm going to invite him to this party. Keep in mind. So let me start a party. That would help, Jessica. So, right. So, let's see what we could do. Why is it not letting me invite? Invite to party. There we go. So I'm inviting him to party just to get him his views. And hopefully it would work. So we'll just wait to see what happens. So yeah. Because I know there's not... I'm not sure if this tier normally does interviews, but I am very keen to as well. So yes. Looks like he's not available at the moment, but I'll give him a few more seconds. But my driver of the day, Ash, has managed to use his one-stop strategy to potential, which worked out really well from him at the moment. So I think I would give him driver of the day as well. So yeah, I don't know why he hasn't joined the party. Oh yes, he has. Has he joined? I think so. Why is it not muting? Wait a second. Yeah, my Xbox is fine. But according to Xbox app on my PC, oh no, he can't speak. Oh yeah, he can't speak. Completely forgot about that. Completely forgot about that. Oh yeah, he can't speak. He says, yeah, this one's for me. Oh, yeah, congratulations on your win there. Well done. And yeah, I completely forgot you couldn't speak there. So that delay for nothing there, but hey ho. So thank you for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it. Your normal commentators will be back next week. So make sure you check out next Friday at 7:30 for the final round in Abu Dhabi to see who will take the title. Will it be height or will it be overkills? It is a 7-point gap now. It is anybody's game. The tables have turned. But until now then, I have been Jess Games 95 and I hope you enjoyed the stream, and we will see you next week for another stream on IndyILR Racing. Goodbye.